Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And as you can clearly tell by my reaction, I didn't like Night of Champions. I didn't like it. I didn't like it one little fucking bit! This pay-per-view just sucked. It did. And it's like, it just kept getting worse and worse for me, guys. I just couldn't get into this fucking pay-per-view, and it's not me, it's not me and just, my attention span or anything like that. I think everybody knows that, I praise WWE when it is acceptable, when it is just due. We all know that I praise SummerSlam because it truly had good matches. You had people going against SummerSlam, but it wasn't warranted, or, these arguments didn't even make sense. But now you got Night of Champions. And I'm just watching this pay-per-view bored out of my mind. And I fell asleep during the pay-per-view a couple of times, and I had to keep rewinding the network. And another thing about this fucking network, can it be HD for the whole fucking event? How come when the show's live, it goes from like the first grade of quality, switches to HD, then switches back, and I'm not the only one. Oh, Brad, get a better internet connection. Fuck you! It's not that. It's fucking WWE. Fix this shitty ass fucking network, motherfuckers. I am fucking sick of fucking wrestling with the connection. I'm fucking sick of it. It's always happens. It always fucking happens. So let's get to the pay-per-view itself and talk about why it's so fucking shitty. How about that? So we start off with Kevin Owens defeating Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship. And I am happy with this result. But the match could have been better. Owens is doing rest holds pretty much the whole match, and there's nothing fucking going on here. It's, it's not an exciting match now. I did like the finish, how Owens cheated to win by raking the eyes, an old school heel tactic. And as I said in the past, we should be seeing more of those types of finishes with heels cheating to win. I mean, what a crazy concept. I mean, listen to this. It's like back in the Attitude Era, back in the 80s, hell, back even in 1995, the New Generation era. Heels won matches by cheating. It wasn't something that we praised during a match. It was something that was expected. Something that was part of wrestling. Now it's like when it comes along, we have to praise it because it seems like something new. When in reality, in actuality, it's nothing new. It's something they should have been doing all the time. But somehow the fucking, whoever's booking this fucking shit doesn't realize that. Where's McMahon? Where's Triple H? Triple H worked most of his career as a motherfucking heel. So how does he not interject in the booking here and say, hey, you know what? Maybe more heels should win the way that Owens won tonight, but said that years ago. Should have said that shit fucking years ago. Not 2 minutes ago. Not the last match they just had on the card. No, he should have been saying this way back when. I'll give this match like 2 stars, mostly due to the result and the way that Owens won, and it fit his character well. But once again, he's a heel. He should be winning this way. Anyway, next up was Ziggler defeating Rusev in what was a fucking shitty-ass, boring match. Full of botches, I might add, as well, and clunky fucking spots. Dolph Ziggler barely, hitting a super kick in this match. It was so fucking slow. Maybe that's not Ziggler's fault. Things are moving so slow. Things could get sloppy when they're moving that fucking slow. When you're moving super fast and when you're moving slow like that too in the ring, when it's all adrenaline based, you you're gonna feel fucking lazy and probably miss a few spots along the way. And how about that finish? Rusev gets a shoe thrown at him, and he's like, "Whoa!" And then it gets hit from behind with the zigzag. You know, can this feud fucking end already? And also, you know, as I said, I always like to check out PW Torch. They're considered to be, you know, some of the most heralded, you know, journalists, especially Wade Keller, as I said. And, you know, Wade Keller and I disagree on a lot of things according to his reviews and what I heard on the Stone Cold podcast. Wade Keller gave this match 3 stars. Are we kidding here? Is one of the biggest wrestling journalists, with maybe the exception of Dave Meltzer, is he on fucking crack? I mean, hey, Brian, it's somebody else's opinion. I know that, but Wade Keller, who's like one of the most critical. I mean, I've seen this guy also give matches that have been fucking amazing. Give them like 3 stars or give them like 2 stars even. I've seen this guy underrate matches like shit. Rusev and Ziggler. He gave this fucking match 3 stars. Wade Keller, go to fucking hell already. Where the fuck is your integrity? I could see if maybe you enjoyed a match or something, but this match, which, you know, didn't really have that much crowd heat behind it even. You know, and that's the thing. Most of his reviews are based around crowd heat and how, not how he's responding to the match, but how other people would respond to it. So, with that in mind, that's a fucking bullshit review. I mean, like, you're giving the match 3 stars. In my eyes, you're recommending that match to other people. I wouldn't recommend this match to my worst enemy. It was the most boring fucking match I've seen in pay-per-view in quite some time. It was pretty fucking shitty. I'll give it like a half of a star for whatever reason, because they were breathing during it, so that was good. So there you go. Then you got the Dudleys defeating New Day by disqualification. You know, what was shown was all right. Mostly what steals the show here was New Day's personality. Xavier playing the Rocky theme, Gonna Fly Now, on the trombone was funny. As I said, I don't care what people say. New Day, you know, they're saying it's gay, it's stupid. You know, take a look at New Day for a minute, and you'll understand why I like them now. Now, as you noticed, I was talking shit about them in the past, but I've warmed up to them because they developed their heel characters. They've become irritating, but in a good way. And they have personality, and they're funny. And they actually try to make the show more entertaining through their mic work, which is something that nobody fucking does on this show. So at least, you know, 3 guys. Well, Kofi's not really doing much, but Xavier Woods and Big E are really changing the way people view mic work. I mean, they're being funny and hilarious, but, you know, being heelish at the same time, and it's a good combo. And these guys are talented. You know, I like them more on the mic than I do in the ring, but in wrestling, sometimes that could be the most important thing at times. Well, in WWE anyway. I give this match like a star and a half. There ain't enough here. You had the Dudleys putting Xavier Woods through the table at the end of the match after they tried to put them through it. Next up, you had Charlotte defeating Nikki Bella. Divas Revolution, huh? Divas Revolution, my fucking ass! This was shitty. This was boring. This was slow. This wasn't a fucking match. This was Nikki Bella attempting to do psychology by working the leg the entire fucking match. The whole match was her just working the leg. I'm sorry, you're not Kurt Angle. You're not fucking Benoit. There you go, fucking Benoit supporters. I mentioned Benoit in a video that wasn't related to him killing his whole family. You know, you're not William Regal. You're not one of these big technicians. So, I don't know why they had her go into this match. And, you know, here's the thing. In a couple of weeks, we're going to have what's probably going to be one of the greatest women's matches of all time. Sasha Banks and Bayley in the 30-minute Iron Man match. We know it's going to be fucking awesome because their first match was pretty fucking awesome. And them wrestling for, you know, a guaranteed 30 minutes is going to be pretty fucking good. Now rewind to the present time, and Nikki Bella and Charlotte are having a fucking boring ass match that, as far as I'm concerned, was even worse than like AJ versus Caitlyn. Ooh, God. You know, this was worse than a lot of pre-Divas Revolution matches because of the pacing of it. Because it was so fucking boring and so fucking unbearable. Watching this match was a fucking chore. Now, I was pleased by the result, predictable as it was. You knew that they had to give Charlotte the belt after that bullshit on Raw. But the way this match was stylized, with just Nikki Bella completely dominating Charlotte. Now I'm going to step outside of my logical boots and put on my fucking WWE retard boots and try to understand what's going on here. Why was this so boring? It's because Nikki Bella was champion for close to a year, which should have never fucking happened. And I think that they wanted to book her as a dominant champion that looked almost unbeatable. As they were saying, she's unbeatable, guys. Unbeatable. And it was going to be almost impossible to beat her. So that way, by dominating in her last match, it showed how dominant she was. And you know what else it showed? It showed how fucking boring she was. It showed us how she never deserved to hold the belt for that long. And most of that reign was probably due to laziness or motherfucking Cena. I don't know which one it was, but somebody tell me why the wrestling in NXT is so fucking good. They rape all the fucking women from NXT and bring them to WWE. On the main roster, I should say. And this is what they do with them. I mean, nobody wants to see Nikki Bella in the ring. As soon as they start the Divas Revolution, I don't care about what the fuck they thought. They should have just got the belt off of her, put the belt immediately on Charlotte, and do Charlotte versus Becky Lynch, or Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch, or Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. A match we know is going to be good. Instead of fucking putting Nikki Bella in there, boring us out of our fucking minds, doing half Boston Crabs for the whole entire fucking match. You could take those fucking Boston Crabs and shove them up your fucking ass. Because this match just sucked fucking dick the whole way through. I give it like a quarter of a star. Because, I don't know, for whatever reason, I guess the belt switch was good. Gets points for that. Then you had Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, and Y2J returned, and they lost to the Wyatts, which I was happy about. They lost to the fucking Wyatts. And it's about fucking time that the Wyatts actually got a win here. Y2J comes back and he immediately jobs as expected. As soon as I saw it wasn't Daniel Bryan, I was like, oh, they're going to lose. And sure enough, they did. Now, this wasn't a terrible match. It was an okay match at best. Nothing too special. 2 1/4, 2.5 stars, really, if even that. I was originally, I have it written down here for 2 stars, but I'm gonna go with like 2.5. It wasn't that bad, but if you're gonna book a 6-man tag match, which is just not very pay-per-viewy, it's kind of like a Raw match, really. 6-man tag matches are like to build up for other matches, not to fucking put it on pay-per-view as a main showcase. So Braun Strowman, strangled Jericho, and he got the win for the team. Up next, you had John Cena, motherfuckers. John motherfucking Cena, the man who's everywhere, defeated Seth Rollins for the United States title as I fucking predicted. And as you guys knew, I was pretty fucking sure. I was like 98% sure he was going to win. And sure enough, that's what happened. Cena winning the United States title 5 fucking times, motherfuckers. And the thing is, since he's been a 15-time world champion, he has won the fucking U.S. belt twice. And what the fuck is the point of that? As I said, if you've already won the world title, what does it mean to be a U.S. champion? Now they're going to go back to doing the U.S. Open Challenge. What the fuck are they going to do with him? Just, why did he need to get this win? He's winning a belt he doesn't need. He's beating a guy he doesn't need to beat because they've already had him beat him 1,000 times. Beating him for a belt, it's fucking meaningless. Why even book it on the pay-per-view, as I said? You all knew the result. You all knew Rollins didn't stand a chance, but they book it anyway. And why? So he could beat him for the belt again? I mean, it's like fucking ridiculous! How many times does Cena need to fucking win a goddamn fucking belt that he's already won 4 times before? And it's not even the world title, which he's won 15 times already. And next year, we gotta look forward to him winning it for a 16th time, tying with Flair, which nobody wants to see. I've never seen somebody like Cena before. As I said many times in the past, but maybe I hadn't said it in this way before. I've never seen somebody at the top before that nobody wants to see there. Hogan, everybody wanted to see him at the top. Stone Cold Steve Austin, everybody wanted to see him at the top. The Rock, everybody wanted to see him at the top. Even guys like Batista and shit. People wanted to see these guys at the top. They were very popular. But nobody wants to see Cena at the top. And people repeatedly express their views that they do not want him there at the top. And I don't care if he's U.S. champion. He is still the top guy. Because as I said, he is all over the fucking show. And if you need to know why that is, listen to this. So this match was pretty good, but the result was just predictable. 3.5 stars. I'm really even shuddering to give it that much. It really pains me because of the result, but there was good wrestling in it. So I can't ignore that. Then Rollins starts walking out. Cena, you got one more match, buddy. Why do you care? Mind your own fucking business. This match has nothing to do with you, Cena. I know Michael Cole called you a legend when you were standing side by side with Sting, but you're not a fucking legend. You're fucking annoying. So Cena takes Rollins, throws him back in the ring after giving him an attitude adjustment. And it's time for Rollins versus Sting. And Sting collapses during the match. Well, I'll be more specific. The match was pretty decent. Nothing really to write home about. But Sting collapsed. And I don't know if that was part of the match or what it was, but he fucking fell right on his face. And this is what happens when you book 56-year-olds. Alright? That's what's going to happen when you don't build any new fucking talent to take over the main event spots and you have to fucking book guys like Sting. Now, I want to see Sting wrestle, but if the guy's going to collapse during the main event, maybe it's not a good idea to fucking do that. I mean, my God. Sting's career in WWE is just holy fucking shit. And look at the way Rollins beat him with a fucking roll-up. This should have been an epic match with an epic finish. But I'm sorry, I know that obviously Sting couldn't fucking avoid that if he was having health problems. I hope he's okay, of course. But, the thing is, this match kind of looks like a mess when you look back at it. Sting almost fucking really got hurt, I guess. And, the finish was just some fucking bullshit, basically. So, I don't know what to even rate this match. I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's kind of the best I could give it, really. It fucking pains me to say, but I just wasn't loving this match by the end of it. Rollins pushed Sting through the table. That was pretty fucking awesome. But really, at the end of the day, when I'm looking at it, it's there's really not a lot here that I could say was awesome or great or really worth looking back at if you missed it. Anyway, Sheamus comes out at the end, and he looks like he's about to cash in, but fucking Kane comes back, and he's wearing the mask again, and he choke slams Rollins and choke slams Sheamus, gives a tombstone to Rollins. Fuck! Holy fuck! Just stop! Stop bringing him back! Stop fucking putting the mask back on him! So, okay. Let's go through Kane's career together. Kane started off, as fucking, without a mask. Isaac DDM put the mask on him, became Kane. Then he was demasked in the match against Triple H, and he had the mask off for how many fucking years? 7, 8 years. Then he puts the mask back on when he returns. Then he becomes Corporate Kane and takes the mask off. Then the Authority puts the mask back on him, and then he takes it off several months later. And now he's put it on again. So, 4 times he's put this mask on. 3 times if you don't want to count the Isaac to Kane transformation, since that's not an official thing there. But, yeah. It's kind of getting fucking sickening already. I mean, Kane should be fucking retired. He shouldn't be fucking wrestling, and he's probably going to wrestle Seth Rollins at fucking Hell in a Cell, maybe in a Hell in a Cell match. The fuck is this fucking bullshit? I don't want to see Kane versus Rollins. Anyway, they did announce Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell at Hell in a Cell, which I'm pretty excited about, and I think will be a badass match. Will it top No Mercy 2002? That remains to be seen. But I can't believe how they went about announcing this match, that it was announced through a commercial. Why? Oh, it's not announced during a promo? What happened to wrestling tradition? Announcing matches during commercials for big pay-per-views or special events? You know, us being treated to a heel finish? Treated to? I mean, these things that are common sense in fucking wrestling are non-existent anymore. And okay, I don't even know what to rate this fucking pay-per-view. I mean, does it even matter, the overall? Do I even need to rate these matches? Guys, let me know in the fucking comments. Should I even bother rating shit anymore? Or are my views enough to express my disdain and my liking for certain things? I really don't know. Like, I want to like Sting and Rollins for the nostalgic factor, but it wasn't that good. So I give it like 2.5 stars. I like the table spot, Sting doing the cross body on the outside, but I hated everything else. And I sure as hell didn't like Sting fucking collapsing like that. Not from like a match quality standpoint, but because, genuinely hope the guy's okay. And mad at WWE for booking a guy if his health wasn't up to par. And mad because his legacy sucks because he's lost twice, and him collapsing in a match doesn't really look good in retrospect, looking back on his WWE career. So he was Triple H's bitch, and he collapsed in the match, and that's all we're going to be and he fondled the statue. That's what we're going to know him for. So, guys, this pay-per-view fucking sucked dick. Kane returning at the end was fucking lame. And most of the matches were pure fucking shit. So there you go, motherfuckers. Alright.